The Daily Pop from the Bronx, Chapter 2. On our journey, on our journey. Well, anyway, what was Chapter 2 about? Where were some of the places you went on vacation? That's funny. Because in reality, when you're in the Bronx, you're on one big vacation. Your neighborhood, which was a couple of blocks by a couple of blocks, as you know, was where you played all your games every day. You met the kids outside. You go play stickball, punchball, whatever. You never stopped playing. And in the schoolyard, PS 83 schoolyard, we had one basketball court, which the rim was loose. And Angelo, he had the basketball for the Bronx, basically. And when he came, we could play basketball. If he didn't come, we played something else. And that was the beauty of growing up in the Bronx. You always had something to do because you had people to do it with. If it wasn't your idea, they had an idea. I mean, I remember games like Follow the Leader and where a guy would jump on a truck. So the next guy says, well, I'll be last. I ain't jumping on no truck. But that's how it was. So our vacation was basically in the neighborhood. Now, I have to tell you, we did go on a few occasions. We did go to other places. But most of the time, it was playing in the schoolyard or in the street. And it was great. I mean, whatever we found, we played with. So where did we go? Well, there was a special place that we used to go. It was called Brewster, New York. And that only happened because my Aunt Rose and my Uncle Nick, they had money. And my Uncle Nick had a roofing business with 21 workers, so he had money. And he was going to build a house up in Brewster. In fact, he bought several lots up in Brewster. And we would go up, and the men would come up on the weekends, basically, while we were building. They put in a few nails, drink some wine, and we had a party. So the house took a couple of years to build. And me and my brother, we used to go around with a BB gun hunting. And it was special. The only thing is, when it first started, before the house was framed up, we had to sleep in a barn. And I was a kid. I mean, I was very young. And I was scared. I mean, all night I'm worried about snakes coming in. I mean, there was no roof on this thing. And the men would be sleeping, snoring all over the place, and I'd be scared all night. But yes, we built this house, and it took 2 years. And it was magical. All those Columbos. Every weekend, there'd be 50 Columbos around the table eating hot peppers and crying. I mean, it was special. And my Uncle Nick, and he was just he was crazy. He used to think it was funny because he'd take me out in the middle of the night and stick my hand down a hole. He said, there's a snake in there. Oh, tell me there's a snake in there who's scared of snakes. This guy. But he thought that was funny. And you're going to think, oh, what do you do that for the kid? You know what? Let it go. I mean, at a Colombo Sunday dinner, which was crabs and spaghetti and all that, and there's all these people breaking chops. I mean, if you're a Colombo, you break chops. And that's the way it was. And did I come home all screwed up? No. I came home to appreciate my family. And that's the good thing. So that's my vacations. Well, basically, Brewster in the summer when I got older, but in the neighborhood most of the time. And I got to tell you one story, and I can't run out of time because my wife says you got to keep it short. We played for PS 83 had a summer school, not a summer school. It was like they opened up the schoolyard. They made they put out hockey, you played softball, punch ball. It was organized bullshit. Oh, I'm sorry, baloney. And we had a baseball team, and my baseball team was PS 83. Now they made they took our T-shirts and put they wrote it PS 83. That was our uniforms. Believe it or not, we we actually went to the championship of all the schools, and we had one bat, one bat. I was the catcher with no mask, no chest protector. I had a glove that I used to put a sponge in because the guy that used to pitch was a ringer, so he was older and he could throw some heat. So we go to Vanda, we walk, all the guys walk to Vanda, no coaches, one ball, one bat. We go to Vanda High School, and there's the other team, all in uniforms. They got coaches. Oh my God! But in my life, if a team came into our schoolyard with uniforms on, we were guaranteed to win. I don't know. You know why? Because we played all the time. You didn't have to have a coach to tell you, stand over here. You learn by playing. So, okay, we played this team, and they had this big guy throwing fastballs. At the end of the first inning, we were ahead by 1-0 or something. Then, guess what? We break the bat. One bat! We broke it. So we go to the coach, could you help us out? Their coach. And he gives us a bat that Babe Ruth should wear because it was so heavy. And we were kids. So the rest of the game, we couldn't get around on this guy. And I think they beat us 2-1. For the bat. If we had a good bat, we would kill them. But we had a bat we couldn't. I mean, the guy's throwing fastballs, and we had like a fungo bat. You couldn't even get around that. So anyway, that's my story for today. I had to keep it close. It's 7 minutes. Oh, my wife's going to go nuts. So I'll see you tomorrow for chapter 3. If you're getting bored with this, so what? You know what I heard? Delete. If you delete me, you got a big problem. Because what's your life like? You know what I mean? Think about it. So anyway, I want to say enjoy, and I hope you enjoy my book, which is there's 52 of these. Oh my God. And my daughter puts it up. Have a little respect. She did a beautiful job. She sets up the menu. She set up the whole site. So anyway, see you